Hello and welcome to the Eternal Spirit Show. I'm Paul Salmon with my guest, Tine Tiemroth. Now, did I say it correct?
Yeah, you actually did.
Oh, did I?
You practiced it for a long time, but you did. Wow,
All the way from Denmark.
Yes.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Now, we met on Facebook.
We did.
On our little spiritual site.
Yes.
And you tell me in Denmark, are there any spiritualist churches? One, I think you said there's one.
Yes, I think now we're going to experience tomorrow. You're very nice to take us. And I think it's not the same. I don't think the churches in Denmark is the same as here. We do not have mediums in that way performing on a platform and then you talk. We have like opening nights where you can come and see the medium, but not church-wise, so I'm very excited.
Not a church,
to see.
yes, I'll be taking you tonight and tomorrow
yes.
to experience an English spiritualist church.
Yes.
And I hope you enjoy it.
We will. I will.
But we talked about angels. You tell me you experience angels. Mm-hmm. So when did all this begin, Tina?
Oh, wow, good question. How can I put it in a quick and easy way? I think I asked my mother once, because I've been like this as long as I can remember at all, and I asked my mother what was the beginning of this, and she said when she gave birth to me, she took me up like to see her firstborn. She took me up and then she said, this is not weird that the light goes like this when I'm...
Isn't it?
No,
it's
very normal.
You're actually surrounded by lights, and that's part of your being, isn't it?
Yes, it's very normal. In my life, everything happens that way. Well, she took me up and looked. I looked her in the eyes, only being a newborn, and I turned my head and I smiled. Mm-hmm. And that's the first time I actually saw an angel.
Do you actually remember that?
When I travel back in time, I do, yeah, I do. So, I've been with the angels since I was born. I played on graveyards. She told me once I left our home. She didn't know where I was gone. I was only 2.5 and she was scared what happened to her daughter now. And she had my little brothers. I got twin brothers, babies. But I was left for the graveyard. So she found me at the graveyard where I was playing around, and she could see I was playing with someone. You can see when people are playing, are they playing for themselves or with someone, but she couldn't see the someone.
Can we clear up something? What do you call an angel?
On Danish? Or
No, what do you mean by angels? Because over here in England, someone might say it's an angel when it's someone who's passed over, a family friend.
Angels have nothing to do with passed over family friends, that's spirits.
No. We are talking about angels, like
yes.
Holy angels.
Yes,
right.
Like archangels and those.
Yeah.
Angels, like you have your guardian angel. That guardian angel, as I'm told by the angels, is your guardian from the first time your spirit was born. And it follows you through all the lives that you actually have. And that's the one who helps me help others. So if I was giving you a reading, or sitting or whatever you call it over here, my guardian angel would tell me what yours are telling. So therefore you met me yesterday and you found me knowing a lot.
Yeah, you knew a lot about me.
Yes.
So
but
I'm
it
learning
wasn't
about
me.
you now.
Yes, it wasn't me. It was your guardian angel telling mine so I could tell you.
Can you describe your guardian angel to me?
My guardian angel, yes, that's the fine part of it. Guardian angels takes for us living beings down here a personality of someone we can remember. But they have names that normally ends on EL. But the name that you remember or someone else will be the name that's easy for you to call. Mine is Jesus.
Right.
When I ask, it's have the magic like Jesus. Therefore you felt my hands and you felt the heat and the cold. It's magic in a way. That's healing, and he was a healing person as well. So if you meet an angel and you want to know what your angel's name is, you just ask, and the first name that pops into you will be the name of that one.
Okay.
But not their true name.
No. There's a part in the Bible, the mother of Samson, an angel came down and said, "Do not ask my name, for you'll not understand it."
No, exactly.
Why do you think that is?
Because you do not remember it. It is a special name.
Yeah.
And you do not need to remember that name. You need to remember what they're there for. That's all. Angels are there for helping your life.
Mm.
If you do yourself a favor, you ask them for the help, and they will always help you.
And
Always.
And do they have wings?
Yes, they do.
Mm.
If you want to see them as a person, they do. If you want to ask to see them, they will show you as if they have wings. But if you want to see them, really, they're just like stars.
Are they?
Yes.
Right. And you're
big stars.
So since you were a baby,
yes,
you've been in constant contact with the angels.
With the angels and the deceased one, the past ones, yeah.
So you've been known as a medium and clairvoyant as well.
Yeah. It has not been funny being a child, I tell you.
No.
Because if you as a child, I actually think I told to you about this earlier today, when you as a child being 8 goes up to uncle and says, why are you having sex with a younger woman and the wife is next to you? You do not understand it as being 8, that you're doing some damage because you don't have the feeling experience.
And that's what you said to somebody?
Oh, I have done that a lot.
You put your foot in it.
I'm telling you, I've done that a lot. So I would say being me from being 5 till 12 was rough. Being so weird, having not that many friends, and those I had was not French friends, were just being nice actually because I was so weird, to be honest. Yeah. So it was not nice. It was nice being a teenager after teens and being grown up, learning to use my gift for helping people.
So why in this lifetime now do you think the angels are with you?
They've been in several lives of mine.
But in the other life, were you aware of the angels?
Yes, I have been aware of the last 9 lives, yes.
Have you?
This is my last life. I'm a very old spirit. You told me yourself.
Yes, I knew that.
Yes.
By the way you speak to us.
Yes.
But why you, Tina, do you think? Why not me or anyone else?
Because when you are... Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm shown to tell you. I'm shown to take you back to Atlantis. And there they show me that angels came to Earth because human beings were very much into power, into greed. So angels were sent to Earth to help out not being so greedy. Some of them became Earth angels. They actually got their wings cut off. They show me just like you choose to be a person so much that you had desires. And some of us, they include me, went home. I do not have desires, to be honest. I have desires for other people. I have wishes, but I could live out nowhere, just being me helping others.
You'd be happy?
I would be just as happy as I am now. I would, honestly.
So what's your natural or normal everyday life like with the angels? I mean, do they come down and whisper to you and tell you things?
Always. Just as we were talking here, they showed me what to tell you, yeah? Always talking in my ear.
Right. And they're in contact with at the moment, they might be in contact with my guardian angels then.
Always. They live, like we live here on this level, then there's a level for, what you call those, they're passed over but didn't pass over, they're stuck. Then there's a whole level for when you passed over but you need to understand what your spirit have learned here, so kind of a hospital.
Right, okay.
And then you go to heaven, and in heaven, a little bit above, is the angels, yeah.
So what makes you think it's your last incarnation?
Oh, I know.
You just know inside you, don't you?
Because normally all our lives down here goes to being, are you spiritual gifted? As you said yourself, when you touched my hand, you've never felt energy this quick.
I must admit, earlier on we did have a bit of energy. We were talking about energies, weren't we? And you put your hand on top of mine, and straight away the coldness I felt was... now usually I feel people's energies, and it takes quite a bit of time to feel, but yours was like an impact. And when you put your hands on my shoulders, that was hot, a different feeling, but straight away. And is that like angels working through me? You?
Yes.
You're like a medium is.
I can put my hand under you.
Yeah, it's cold now.
Yes.
I was going to say hot, but I can feel it cold.
It can be cold. It's cold now, but it can be hot when I put an angel in me.
Yeah.
If I ask an angel to take place, then you can feel more. It's very cold here, isn't it?
There's a certainly a force.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you can feel it in your hands.
Yeah.
That's what that is when an angel touches you. When I touch you, you feel it in a different way. It's just more weird in a way.
Yeah.
So when I've been like this, and why am I sure it's my last life? Because if you have learned to be more spiritual, be more connected with the other side all the time, you have learned it from birth, then it is incarnated in you so deep that it is actually close to be the last. So when I go and leave from this planet, I will be there for teaching others, being a spirit guide.
So all these other lifetimes you've led,
Yes.
and I've led and others have left.
Yes.
Led, not left.
Yeah, led.
Do we have to learn, not learn, but do we need lives where sometimes we're bad, we're good, we're evil,
We learn from everything.
Good.
What we learn in living, why we're here, as I joke in Denmark about being here on school, our spirit are here on school.
Yeah.
And school is like being in hell, because you feel.
Yes.
And home is like being in heaven.
Yeah.
So what we do here is learn. And if you look back in your life, your whole life, learning is from all your feelings. You have not learned from something that haven't been a feeling.
Okay.
So everything.
So you've learned a hell of a lot, if you like.
I have, I'm telling you. I've learned a hell of a lot from my life here by being so weird as I am.
So you mentioned weird. What? Not, I'm not saying
Weird
you are.
is not like everyone else.
No.
Weird, I don't mind being weird. I am actually very weird, because if you know people's lives so deep and what is there to be doing with their lives, and if you can heal them from being sad to being happy, that's weird. That's not just going to the doctor having a chat. But when I look at you, we talked about this looking. I can look at you and I just see you as a human being. That's what I normally do when I'm walking around. I do not, because I respect that we all have choices in our lives. So I do not look in everyone to find out who are they. Because actually, to be honest, I don't care.
So how many lifetimes have I got left down here in this
Wow, you have a lot
hell
left.
school, Tina?
Yeah, in hell school, it's so right put.
A few more, I should imagine.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah, okay, let's not go further into
No, somewhat depends on what you learn in this life.
Oh, does
you
it?
See, I can see if you learn a lot spiritual, if you dare to open yourself so much up that you do always hear the guidance in every second.
So if I learn a bit more here,
Yes, you choose.
I don't have to come back so many times, maybe.
Exactly.
I best work on it, Tina.
Yes, you do.
Over here we have about 400 spiritualist churches in Britain.
Wow.
One in Denmark, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's a bit easier now in this country to talk about
It
this type of
is.
subject. What's it like in Denmark?
Wow, I'd rather tell you what it's like being here.
Yeah, tell me what it's like here.
Well, in Denmark, I can start with Denmark. Denmark they are starting to open to having the knowledge of this. The newspaper wrote about me. Tine Tiemroth talks to the dead.
I saw that on the internet.
Wow. I was like, wow. Nothing like, I was like, a medium is going on the stage and come and get message from the dead. No. It was blown all up. And that made some people think, wow, is that really possible? Things that they didn't really know if was possible. So I had several people text me on the Facebook actually, is this true? Can you talk to the dead? They were wanting me to say yes, but still scared if I said. And I said, yes, who do you want to talk to? That's my way of being a medium.
Yeah.
I'm a different way of doing it. But to be at home, it's more different. I found in this town, not in London, but in this town, everything's open. And the funny part of it is normally deceased spirits just walks around in the houses where they belong. But here, they walks around chatting up each other like they were living here still. It's so fantastic to see two living people just talking together and two deceased one talking together as well as if it was normal. It's just still living here.
Yeah.
It's weird but funny.
So Tell me about your background. Do you have a family?
I do.
Yeah.
And I have 3 kids. They're gifted as well. They are learning their gifts. And I have a boyfriend that's the most beautiful person I've ever met in my life. I'm very blessed.
He's an artist, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Told me earlier on.
Very gifted artist. Yes.
So he's quite open to
he's
your way
open
of
to
thinking.
anything.
Being artistic.
Yes. He's open to anything. He really is. He's really.
But what about your parents? I mean...
Oh, no, they're not. My mother is a Mormon.
That
in
makes
her
life
religion.
difficult then.
For her, probably.
Yeah.
She's never been, and she tells me that she's never wanted to close me up because when she gave birth to me, she had the experience. I looked her in the eyes, she said, "You read me and you were just born." And when she had me in her stomach, she was like, she felt spirits as well.
Did she? Yeah.
So therefore she never closed me, and she never closed the subject of angels. Actually I believe that every religion is true. It just depends on how you see it.
Yeah.
There's no wrong in any of it.
But I'm just thinking about you growing up as a child. Did you have someone else to talk to about this? You didn't? That made life difficult.
I had angels and deceased ones.
Yeah, but no other humans you could
No.
confide in.
I am number 9 in the role in my ancestors. I'm number 9.
Okay.
But they all died before.
I'm just thinking how difficult it must be for a child growing
horrible.
up without anyone else confiding in.
It was horrible. My daughter came home, and she came home crying. This time she was 7. She had been up at the graveyard. That's a normal thing to do, and for us. And she's taken a friend with her. It was Christmas time, and one of the oldest boys at school said, "If you run around the church, you see Santa." And she said to me, because when I see the angels and the fairies and I see everyone else, why shouldn't I be able to see Santa?
Of course, yeah.
So she went there, ran around the church, and she didn't see Santa, but she saw her friend's grandmom. And the grandmom came and did stuff for this child, and she told her friend. And the friend was very frightened because she knew Granny was dead. But for my daughter, she didn't see the difference yet. She doesn't really anymore. She closed a lot down for her to just learn to live normal. And I think that's fine. She chose that.
Now, back home, you were a hairdresser. You had your own salon.
Yes.
I do love your colour hair.
Thank you.
I must admit.
It's actually my own.
Oh, I should hope it is.
Yes.
I've got my own way about me as well. But could you bring spiritual energy into your work when you're doing someone's hair? Can you?
You can if you want to, but you don't.
No.
You do not talk to people about anything they do not ask you to talk about. You do not look into people when you have my gifts if they do not ask you to.
No, but if they had problems,
of course I could.
They talk.
Of course.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Of course. You can ask lots of my customers that are asked about things, and they've got very good answers. Yeah.
So you work as a medium, do you?
Yeah, I do, in a different way. I am not entirely sure you do the same as we do, but I think so. I think normally a medium works with standing and waiting for the spirit to come.
Yeah.
And then give the message. I do a different thing. I say, who do you want to talk to? And if you want to talk to someone famous like Elvis, do you belong to Elvis, and do you have a family connection?
So there has to be a connection, really.
For them to come like this, then they will. If you want to speak to someone just for fun of the fame, I can travel out a body and see, do you want to talk? And most of the times they do not want to talk. Because there's no reason.
There's no connection.
No, there's no reason. They don't have a message for you, so there's no reason for them to come. But I do it different, yes, I do. And it helps a lot more doing that way, yeah.
And you astral travel as well.
Yes.
Now, did you teach us? I mean, I'm thinking about Denmark. If there's not many you can talk with, did you sort of teach yourself? Did your angels teach you?
The angels teach me everything I can do. I've just woken up with in the morning, and then I go to bed like this, and you can use this. I go to bed, say to Michael and the other angels, take me to my home and that's upstairs for me, and there teach me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm ready for the next day.
Ah.
I do not know what they're gonna teach me, but when I then is given a question, I just know.
Mm.
You know, it's weird, but I just know.
Yeah. I know I work in different ways, so I can hear, see, and sometimes it's just a knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Just speak your truth. So are you quite well known over back home as a media? Well, as you say, you're a bit of a weird person.
In a way, well known in a way, yes. I will say a lot of people come. The last time I had this Tina Speaks with the Dead Persons, wow, in the newspaper, we had to get extra chairs.
Did you?
Yes. There was not enough room.
No.
So, yeah, in that way, yes.
Would you like to work over here, do you think?
I'd love to try it. It'd be fun.
You'll have to come back another time.
I will.
See if I can get you to work in a church,
Oh,
maybe.
that'd be fun. If you're ready for changes.
For changes.
Yes.
I'll best check out first
Yeah,
before you come back.
How should she talk to them? Should she do as we do? Because then I would actually just end up changing it.
Yeah.
I'll do it my way.
Do you teach?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
It's very funny. You're very good. You are.
I'm learning.
You are very good.
Thank
You're
you.
very gifted. Sorry to. You are. Sorry. You are really. Yes, I have just said yes for a bunch of people who asked me, "Do you make a school? Can you make a school?" And mostly in Denmark, when you learn to be a clairvoyant or a medium or a healer, mostly clairvoyant, it takes over a year. And those who teach takes so much money for it, 25,000 Danish. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I do it in a different way. I'd rather do so people learn, and then they build on themselves by learning, and not as much. So I've cut the zero off, so only 2,500,
Yeah.
and then it's a week, 2 days, and they actually learn close to everything.
Maybe that would spread the word out in.
Probably. There's
About the
few
angelic realms,
spots
yeah.
left for this, and I don't only teach. I call upon all the angels. So I am only talking, but the teaching is, I teach them to listen, and the angels will teach them.
And that's how my teacher taught me. He said, "I'm not actually teaching you.
No.
I'm sitting here,
Yes.
feeding off his energy,
Yes.
and they're teaching.
Yes.
Come down
exactly.
to him. Lovely. That's the
But I
best way.
call them to
Oh
be
yeah,
here. Yeah.
sure.
It's very funny to do.
So if people over here want to know more about you, have you got a website?
I do, but it's Danish.
It's Danish.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find it. Oh, it's in Danish.
Yeah.
Is there a translate button on there?
No, I
Oh.
don't know how to do that. I just spoke to my friend who normally do this computer thing, and he
Yeah.
says you can have something, Google something on it, but it doesn't translate it all. So I have to translate it all.
Because there's some information about you on the website,
Yes.
and there's a translation button. So
Oh,
I found out
great.
bits about you, like the hairdressing and whatnot.
Oh, great.
Because you
Wow.
didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
So what's the future hold for Tina?
Oh, that's fun to see. I've been shown that I will be a lot on TV, so it's funny to be
Really?
here. Yes. And I will travel a lot to give healing messages, and I'll do that with my sister, because she's very gifted as well. And I will be giving message just from the deceased, and be giving speeches about how can we be a good person and be happy. If you read what I have written on my homepage, it would be this clairvoyant thing, and I'll write underneath, get tools for a happier life. That's what I actually believe mostly in. So that will be some I'll be traveling with. I've seen myself stand in a big theatre with loads of people. Yes, I've seen that, and I'll travel a lot. Yeah.
Now you're over here with your sister,
Yes.
Hella,
Yes.
and she's how do you describe your relationship?
She's my soul. She's my twin soul. That means that we are two souls, but
Two
like,
separate, but
yes,
as
but
one, right.
as one in a way. It's weird to tell,
Yeah.
because we are two separate souls, but we just can't be without each other.
You balance
Like
each other.
twins, like normal
Yeah,
twins.
yeah.
So when I'm hot, she's cold, and we have gifts each, and we actually have the same as well.
So is she like a pupil of yours? Or,
No, she
but
was.
You learned she was.
She was. In the beginning she was, because I am older and I have never been closed down I have not had parents that closed me for my gifts.
Right.
I've lived my gifts and all that it has given me in good and bad. But she's been closed from her parents, have been too afraid of it. So therefore, I think just being together opened up, learning from each other. Yeah.
They say that about children, that children are quite aware of the
Children
spirit
are so much.
but the parents sort of bring them back down
Yes.
to earth, if you like,
Yes.
and
Yes.
close it down. Yeah.
A lot of parents say, when you come and say something about your invisible friend, they like say,
oh, don't be silly. And
exactly,
maybe.
exactly.
Yeah.
But please don't.
No.
It's not an invisible friend. It is a friend. It might be the guardian angel they're telling to. I can't say it on TV off, but
Yeah.
it is. It's so not right.
Oh. What about angels healing? You do healing?
Yes.
I imagine you
Angel
do. If you're in
healings.
contact with the angels, you must do healing.
I
Surely.
do angel healings. What you felt on your shoulders
Yeah.
were me putting my hands and then an angel giving you the heat. I let the angel borrow my
Because
body.
that wasn't a normal heat.
No.
I felt.
No, it's not a normal heat. It's
Yeah.
the angels giving you what you need.
Yeah.
That's all.
So it's not important that you know what I need, is it?
I don't
But it's-
care.
I know
they
you don't.
do. It's
But-
not me.
But no, it's not you.
I'm just a messenger.
Yeah, which I know what you mean, because I'm a
Yes.
medium myself.
Yes.
And we just like a conduit, and it
Yes.
flows. Well, Tina,
I let them borrow my body. That's what I
Yeah.
do. And you get what you need.
it's been a pleasure having you as my guest.
Thank you.
I wish you all the very best in Denmark,
Thank you.
and hope you enjoy tonight, by the way.
Oh, I
So I've
will.
got a couple of good churches to take you to.
I can't wait.
You can see how the mediums work over here.
I can't wait.
No, nor can I. So, been a pleasure. Thanks for being on.
Thank you.
And goodbye, and God bless.